Alright, today we're just going to take a look at the October 1988 issue of Freestylin magazine. Freestylin was a BMX freestyle slash skateboarding magazine, although it was always like 75-25 BMX skateboarding, and as the years went by they kind of had less and less skateboarding in the mag, but I think by 89 it was almost completely gone. Except for maybe a few ads. That's Rick Molinterno. Can't remember how to say his name. I think he was in Rad. I think I'd know it, but it's a pretty cool shot actually. And there's Grosso for bullet wheels, and an ad for the Swatch Impact Tour. I remember when those guys were on Club MTV promoting that. It's a GT ad. Another ad for Swatch. They were really pushing the skateboarding, BMX connection at this time. And there's RL. I think he put that out, made a sticker out of that picture. And there is Craig Grasso. He was one of those pioneers of street biking. And the dyno ad with the dyno team. And look at that, suddenly it's 1990. And this is the ad for the Hutch Trick Styler. Don't get left in the 80s. Too late. And there's a Ozone ad for Ozone bikes. Josh White GT ad. And here's some skateboarding stuff, showing you how to do a ollie to tail slide, which is very cool. I think that's Ricky Windsor. It says here part 7 and 8 with Mr. Windsor, so Ricky Windsor. And there's how to do a throw over board slide. Pretty cool. And California Skate Express. And it's kind of the same old stuff that same ad that what you would have seen for years in these magazines. That gator might have been new. Or I mean that guy we're not supposed to mention. And a Vision Streetwear freestyle ad. And more of these mail order skate ads. Still the same old 87, 88 decks in here. And the 2-hip King of Vert contest round 2 in Flint, Michigan. I think that's on video, I'm not sure. I know some of those 2-hips are. You can find them on YouTube. And I thought that was a Vision Streetwear ad, but it was just the ramp. That is Dino DeLuca. And some more pics and coverage from that contest. And let's see, Lee Reynolds. I thought that was Matt Hoffman. It says Lee Reynolds Now you've been warned. I don't know if he ever went on to do anything or not, because after my subscription ran out, I never messed with Freestylin magazine again. I was just full skate by that time. So, and my bike that I had was a Mongoose Decade, and I wish I still had that bike. I really loved it, but it was nifty. And again, more skate ads with those same Psycho Stick and Gon's Face and everything else that's still back, you know, from '87. I don't know why they never updated their ads. I guess those boards sold well enough that they didn't need to update. And let's see, here's a RL ad for General. RL was going street at this time. And RL again. RL was a rad freestyler back in the day. Still rides today. Although he hasn't updated his YouTube channel in a few months, but he's still out there ripping. And just some more like how-tos. We're not going to look at those. Like I said, I just like to look through here for ads. There's an ad for Mushrooms Grips, ODI, and Vans. Well, this is a place called Poor Souls selling Converse too. The 1988 Nora Cup. And here's who you could have wrote in and voted for. I'll just scan over this. I'm not going to mention every name. Like Ron Wilkerson. I met Gary Polak. He on the CW tour in Jacksonville, and Diz Hicks was there, and Seppi Mays wasn't there though. So him and Diz were there, and I got both their autographs. Don't know where they are now. Of course, there's Matt Hoffman. He probably won, I would think, anyway. Dennis McCoy. Man was still going into his 50s. He might still be riding, I don't know. I saw him, I think it was on the X Games. He was 50 years old. There's Eddie Fiola. And Mr. Eddie Roman. So best of luck to them guys. I'm sure the winner has already been picked, but I don't know who it was. Here's a Skater's Paradise ad with the Jimmy's. Is it Jimmy Z or Jimmy's? I always said Jimmy Z because that's what everyone said back in the day, but I think I've heard since that it's Jimmy's. So we'll just correct that. And the Mongoose ad. Very cool. Wish I still had that Mongoose Decade. That was a nice bike. Even though I can't really ride the 20-inch bikes anymore. I've tried. And there is the Loftio Jive handles. I think that was put out by Freestylin magazine. Wooden wheel skates. I used to always see these guys in, I think, BMX Plus. They were always advertised in there. And see, there's a kind of newish for the time Gons. At least it's not the face, which is all you usually see in these magazines. See, like right here for California Hot. And there's the Gon's face right there. Still, this is almost 1989 and they still aren't showing, like, I mean, some of these over here are like mid-80s boards. Sure of it. Like the Mike Smith right there. See if I can get that in there. Where the heck did it go? Oh well. But I'm pretty sure that Mike Smith was around in 85 or 86. And this is, you know, like I said, almost 1989 and they're still advertising it. So, and here's an ad. Oh, there's that name again, Lee Reynolds. You know, you have to excuse me if he went on to be a big name. Then, you know, I didn't know. And there's Brian Blyther busting the air out at the Huntington Beach Street Jam. And Jeff Cotter. I do remember in the earlier freestyle, Jeff Cotter was like in the rookie section. And I don't know who that is, but that's pretty sweet right there. And Craig Grasso right there, that's nice. Dude was pretty street. Looks like Brian Blyther again, twisting it up. And here's some boards. I think that's Nicky Guerrero and Neil Blender. And some of them Life's a Beach hats. Everybody had one of those back in the day. And the Jimmy's beret too. And the Vision Streetwear beret. That was all very popular in the late 80s. And here's an ad for Club Homeboy. I was a member. Unfortunately, I don't have my membership card anymore or really anything else. I have some of the little zines that they sent out. I think maybe like one or two of them. And I had my old BMX number plate that I used to keep on my Mongoose Decade. It was a horror plate with some, you know, Punk Band stickers, and I had some Club Homeboy stickers on it, but I do not know where that number plate is now. I hope it didn't get thrown away, but it probably did. And there's Dino shoes. I remember those, although I don't remember anybody ever having them. But they were always in the Freestyle magazine. And here's the last bite of... See if I can't get a name here. I guess that's Lou. Doesn't really make it say it very clear, but Lou was one of the, you know, the staff of Freestylin magazine, along with Andy Jenkins, who I think was involved with Girl Skateboards, and Spike Jones, who of course went on to be famous, you know, music video director and movie director. And we've come to the last page here. Nothing overly thrilling. Chris Lashua for Tioga Tires. That's pretty cool. And the very last page is a Haro ad for a Haro frame. Alright then. I'm going to tell my story about meeting Monty Nolder. I didn't go to Ocala Thrasher's skate. Ocala Thrasher's is now long gone, and I mean, there's hard to find any evidence of it ever existing on the internet. So, but it's now long gone, and I used to go there to skate. And one day we were there, and Monty Nolder was there, and he was skating. And I was probably about 15, maybe 14, 15. And that was so rad to me that, like, I was skating at the skate park with a pro skater, and I was just blown away. And I didn't want to, I wasn't courageous enough to go up and talk to him anyway. But plus, you know, everybody knew that he was deaf, or at least hearing impaired somewhat, so I didn't want to make an awkward situation even more awkward and go up and say hey to him. So I rolled over and I did this trick. They had, Schmidt Sticks had a video that was called Spend a Day with Team Schmidt Sticks or something like that, or Let's Skate, something of that sort. And anyway, Monty does this little trick when they're street skating at like a 7-Eleven, and I go up and do the trick in front of Monty thinking I'm going to impress him. And I'll put that trick right here. So hold on just a sec. Okay, so I roll up on Monty Nolder. He's sitting on the bench, and the bench had this overhang over it, like a roof with, you know, some poles holding up the roof. So I roll up and do that little foot plant thing, thinking that I was going to impress Monty Nolder, you know, doing his trick, and, you know, thinking I was going to get like a big thumbs up. And I look over and he's laughing, and It's not even like a cute, like that was cute laugh. It was like a full belly laugh, and he's like, yeah, I mean, dude. So I just rolled off, and that's my Monty Noter story, pretty much. But you know, so that's that. As thrilling as that is. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching my video, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace out.